Hey, what's up everybody, I'm your host Expression here, and here today I have some nice gameplay on the map Gultch, where I'll be playing some domination, and I'm going to be using my assault strike package, which I normally use, which will be the Predator missile, attack helicopter, and then Reaper, and I think I get that once or twice during this game, so it's pretty intense. I'm not too big of a fan for the DLC content that came out, but this is a cool map. When I saw it and I first played it, and I thought this was really good, and I decided to play some domination, and I got a good gameplay on it. So this is for you guys, but today I wanted to talk about current episode of Walking Dead, which just occurred last night, and it was a great episode with some major cliffhangers, and I wanted to talk about some weird things and see what you guys think would happen and what might happen in the next episode, because Walking Dead is like a major cliffhanger, and it makes me super excited to see the next episode, because it always leaves me wanting to see more, and it's one of my best things. And I'm not one of the people who sit around and watch TV all day, so Walking Dead is definitely something I look forward to seeing every Sunday night before I go to school the next day. So what I first wanted to start off talking about with I don't know the lady's name, that short-haired lady, because I've watched a bunch of episodes, but I'm not good with names, so help me out and post her name in the description. And with her, it was near the end when she wanted to practice about the C-suction, but she didn't know that the guy on the bed, I don't know his name either, I don't know anyone's name, I think it was Herschel or something like that, but anyway, she wanted to practice doing C-suctions on the baby, because the guy on the bed is the only one with knowledge of that stuff, and she was going to practice on a female zombie. So what do you think is in the bushes? Do you think it's a human? Do you think it's a walker? Because it does show that she opens up the gate, and then it doesn't show her pulling the zombie in, but she is inside within those two fences area, but it does show that the fence is still open and she doesn't twine it back up. So post in the description, or not in the description, in the comments, what you guys think is going to happen to her. And also, do you think that Rick should have killed that hard-ass guy or not? And also, in the next episode, I think that the family and not the prison people are just going to take 75% of the food. I think they're just going to take most of the food, because they had a deal, but I think they might keep it, or they might just take most of it. And I think they're kind of leaving the other prison guys that are kind of bitchy, kind of defenseless, but they are prison people, which is also one of the reasons why I think they're not taking them into their group, is because they were part of that gang group, so they're not going to take them under, because they have done something wrong to get themselves in the prison, and they really haven't tried to get out, and they showed their lack of skills when they started beating the crap out of that one zombie, and they could have all just gotten mauled because they had no clue how to fight. But good thing that they were taught how to fight, because they would have been totally screwed if they killed anything else. And now going back to, I don't remember the mom's name, but the mom that's pregnant, she totally jumped on the guy that was on the bed and about to die, because she is so scared that her baby's not gonna make it, because she knows she needs a C-suction, but she totally jumps on him to try to save his life, because she knows that he's the only one with knowledge of how to get the baby out, and she is so scared. So when he reached his arm up and grabbed her, I was pretty effing scared, because I thought this guy was a zombie. But then later on, it I don't know, they didn't really explain a lot right there that he wasn't a zombie, but it made it seem like he was, and then everyone thought that he was, and then later on, he started waking up and breathing, and I just got so relieved that her baby might actually make it. So that was good to hear about. And what I think they should have done, I think instead of helping them clear out the next prison block, I think instead of going through that entire process of killing all those zombies and clearing another prison block, because they really don't need it, but they did find that laundry room, so they'll be able to use the towels and the cleaning supplies in there to wash their clothes and stuff, which is going to be a total plus because everyone's going to be happy about that, but I'm not sure if they're actually going to use that, but that's just what I would do. And also, I think that Rick and the other guys should have just straight up told them you don't need guns, and then when they started like beating on that one zombie, I think they should have just like slayed them when they were just like beating them up, so that they wouldn't have to go through the rest of that and fight some more zombies and risk their lives. And now, on another note, I think that that little horn dog boy, that the pregnant mother's child, I don't think he shouldn't have went down and tried to clear the infirmary by himself, because he had no clue what was down there. So I think the mother had every right to be mad at him, because he's her only son right now, and they're in like a terrible situation where Herschel, the guy that's on the bed, is like dying and everything. So that boy had no right to go down and try to find medical supplies. But yeah, he kind of did help out, but he should have just like asked for help, like from that Asian guy. I don't know his name, but should have asked for his help to make sure that it was going to be like okay for him to go down there, and that it'd be safe in case there was more than just 2 walkers, because that kid has mad balls to go down there by himself to try to take on whatever amount of zombies were in there. And now I want you guys to post in the comments on what you would do during a zombie apocalypse or zombie infestation or whatever, if a disease breaks out or something like the T virus or something like that. So post in the comments on what you would do and where you would go, what you would do, who you would bring, stuff like that. Like, would you like go to your house? Would you go to a hospital? Would you store yourself in a McDonald's for all the fattening foods? Where would you go during a zombie apocalypse? And for me, what I would do is I would go to a penthouse in like New York or Las Vegas, or I would go to some like multi-million-dollar, like billion-dollar house in Los Angeles and frickin' like screw around and do whatever I want, because if they're already dead and they're like a zombie and whatnot, they really can't do anything. So good for me, and I can just like screw around and do what I want. So post in the description on where you would go, who you would bring, and I would bring obviously my family, and I would bring my friends and maybe a few other people, so that we could all live together and hopefully none of us would die. And I would hope that there would be food there, and in the penthouse we'd obviously be able to go down and we'd be safe from all the zombies. And I'd make sure to bring some parachutes so that we can skydive out and have a nice fun time, and I'll make sure to have a safe landing somewhere for myself and my family so that we can easily escape from the zombies, and we'll have some super high awesome cars that can make us go super fast and get out of any situation. But enough of my fantasies for when a zombie apocalypse will hit. Please remember to go down into the comments and answer one of my questions that I had throughout this video. If you can't remember, go back and listen to my commentary some more so that you can make a good comment, because I love looking at the comments. I love reading comments, and I love looking at likes. So please remember to like and subscribe to me for more Call of Duty videos, and also go take a look at some of my older videos on my channel. This is X Preston signing off.